I'm Joshy Plants, and welcome to the show. Let's get started. Hey guys, welcome back to the show. It's me, Joshy Plants. Happy to see you guys. Hope you enjoyed the previous episode. Today, we're going to be learning how to grow some lavender. We're going to germinate them from the seed process. In a couple months, we're going to have them grow, and they're going to be beautiful and smell great. Hope you enjoy it. We got 3 different types of lavender here. We got Vera lavender we have here, the true English lavender. We also have Munstead lavender. And then we got spike lavender is much more fragrant than the other two. And what I'm gonna do today is actually plant one of each into little peat pods. That's P-E-A-T space P-O-T-S. I didn't know that. I just learned that. And strangely enough, I have a few. So that's great. We're gonna plant 3 of these, 3 of these, and 3 of these into about 5 peat pots, and then we're gonna bottom feed them.
Your energy flows off my sunshine, even in the rain.
All right, let's get started. Okay, this might look ridiculous, I'm just warning you, but I'm putting a POV cam on. How do I look? So here are my peat pots. 1, 2, 3. Some extra soil in there. 4, 5, and 6. Okay, it's not bad. So we're gonna get a decent amount here. We got, apparently, yes, 1, 5, and 1 of these. We can make some big lavender plants in here. Well, my point is I'm gonna use this soil, so I'm gonna scoop up the soil, pack it in real tight. See, I'm packing it in there. You don't want to leave too much room because honestly, the seeds are going to kind of rest at the top. So you don't need, too much on top of them. You're going to want most of it underneath. And then this is going to absorb the water afterwards, you'll see. We'll do a couple more like that. Pat it down nice and soft there. You don't really need to leave much room on top because that's where the seeds will fit. Oh, it's a little baby worm. Look at that guy. Baby worm, where do you want to live next? Here you go, you're gonna live over there. Goodbye. Might as well fill these guys up too. These will probably warrant more than, 3 seeds each, just because of how much soil there's gonna be. So we'll fill this up with soil from this amount that I have right here and throw some seeds down. Let's finish this off first, ready? You can be quick with this. There's no rush though. Just gonna get as much soil in here as I can. And mind you, this isn't seed starting soil, which I'd prefer in most situations, but for now we're just gonna use a regular vegetable soil. Perfect, this one's gonna be really big. This starts a little wet, which I'm not upset about. As I mentioned, these guys won't take water from the top. It's a big no-no because if you water them immediately after we're starting the germination process, all the seeds are just gonna kind of trickle away. They're gonna get washed away. Take some of this nice wet soil, take all the rocks out if you can. Any big clumps you can break up. This is a stone. And there we have it. Our 6 peat pots. Peed pots. Our peed pots. Peat pots. Yeah. Here's our lavender, our Munstead lavender, our Vera lavender, and our spike lavender. I'm gonna make a little slit so I can save it for next time. There's actually 500 seeds in each of these, and today I'm probably gonna be using a total of 15, 20 tops. Whoa! Elliot's in the garden. He's right here. You'll see him in a moment. He is in the garden. Elliot, I don't know what to do with you. It's cute, but it's not very respectful. Are you cute? Here we go, I guess he'll stay here for now. So we're gonna take out, he's trying to garden. Okay, I'm gonna start with the big one here. So I'm probably gonna put a good, maybe, let's see. Okay, that's a ton as you can see out of the 500 that were in the bag. That's a lot. So this might be good for the whole day. This for one plant is gonna be overdoing it. So I'm gonna take a little pinch. This is maybe a group of 3 or 4. Pinch here, pinch there. Take a pinch of a couple more. This guy's gonna get maybe, I don't know, 10 max. Put a couple in the center. I think that's good. I feel fine about that. So now we're just gonna kind of want to dive them inside. You don't want to touch it too much because the seeds will get stuck to your hands, but you can take something else like a little rock and just pat everything down so it's, you know, nice and even, and the seeds are kind of just breaching under the surface there. That's one pea pot off to the side. Let's go ahead and do a couple more. And it's nice because these guys are kind of reflective, so if you're doing it in the sun, you can kind of see where they're at. This one I definitely put in too many. I'm not gonna pretend I didn't. So, you know, we'll hope for the best here. Just gonna try and get all the Munstead back in there. I'm gonna put this guy away and use the other 2 for the remaining 5. Let's take a little slit of this open. Don't litter. Get these guys out. I'm only gonna put 2 of each in each pot. If only I could open it, right? There we go. So let me try and actually scoop them out with my finger instead of pouring it, because that got me too many last time. So I can just kind of put my finger in there and feel around. There's 1. See, I got 1. Oh, you know what? That's more than 1. So I'm happy with that. I think I got 1, 2. 2. Boom. Done. Here we go. 1, 2. 1, 2. I love it. I love it. I'm so happy with that. Okay. And we're gonna bring them all back, and lastly we're gonna put in the Vare lavender. Run that all back again. Ready? Oh, these are teeny. 1, 2, off to the side. And as you'll notice as I place the last one, I'm putting most of them in the center for now. So that just means that when we take our rock and pat everything down, you want to give it a little bit of a, you know, smear so the seeds kind of separate a little bit. There we go. On and done. Jiggle it around, make sure the seeds don't fall out. Pat it down with our rock, put it off to the side. Perfect, just got everything under the soil one last time. And then honestly, to top this off, I'm gonna spray a little bit of soil on everything. So when I say I'm gonna spread soil on everything, this is gonna be a very delicate soil. As you see, a lot of what I've used already has been a little bit damp. This right here, as we see, is more dry. So I'm gonna take a decent sized handful, make sure it's all broken up. Well, a little bit bigger than that. Decent sized handful, make sure it's all broken up, nothing crazy in it. And I'm just gonna sprinkle on top of everything. Ready? Sprinkle, 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 sprinkle. And don't be overly generous with it, but you do want to make sure the seeds are just submerged under that soil layer that we're putting on now. And I feel fine with that. Okay, here's our handy dandy dog bowl again. And I'm gonna take this to the plants. What we're gonna do here to make sure the seeds don't wash away is douse our pots in the water so that the holes in the bottom will seep the water through and you know, water them just the perfect amount. Ready? Okie dokie. Now for these little guys, you don't want to douse them all the way in or the top's gonna get wet, so you're just gonna want to dip them. Hold that for about 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. You can feel how much heavier it got just from the short amount of time we watered it. And this is gonna go inside, so I'm gonna keep it off there. It's gonna go inside in a minute. 2, I'm gonna dip. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You'll see some of the soil's coming out, but obviously that's not an issue. If it drips, it's not a problem. It's just excess water dripping out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Loving this. Last little guy, 1, 2, let her drip. And for the bigger guys, we're gonna take our time a little bit. This one's probably gonna get, I don't know, double the amount. So we're gonna hold that one for 10 seconds. And this one we can actually hold right to the base. You don't wanna drop it all the way down because then, you know, the bottom of the bowl is gonna prevent it from actually scooping up some of the water. And it's been quite enough time. Pull that out, 1 drip, beautiful. Off to the side, and our last guy, we're gonna soak this guy for about 20. And again, same thing here, you're gonna wanna hold it right above the depth of the water in here. And when this one's done, we're gonna bring them all inside. And hopefully that soil underneath the top has absorbed enough water at the bottom that it will allow the seeds to germinate. This guy's gonna drip for sure. Let him take his time. He's a baby. Beautiful. Unfortunately, I have a good spot for him, so I'm just gonna line them all up right here. It's gonna get a minimal amount of sunlight, but it'll just be a good amount, I think. It'll just be enough. Now if there's any excess drip here, you're gonna wanna go ahead and clean that up. Keep a clean and safe work environment. And there you have it. we have germinated our lavender seeds. Well, these plants will be germinating for about 3 weeks, I'd say. At that point, they should start to show signs of sprouting, and that's gonna breach right through the surface of the soil and come up nicely. That was awesome. I really enjoyed that. I had a lot of fun today. Again, I'm sweating. That's why I got this thing. No, this is for the plants. Either way, we'll see you next time. It's been awesome. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want. This is something you like. We'll be doing a lot more this upcoming week. Can't wait to see you then.